Hey, Anomaly.
Okay. Um, what episode is this? 54? I don't know what. We in the 50s.
It's a lot.
That's a lot. We in the 50s. What's been going on, Dr. Tanya? You on mute?
I went to work today and the day it was closed 'cause of the holiday. And I was informed today that yeah, don't be playing with me. I'm wearing that same outfit tomorrow. But I was informed today from one of the teachers at the gym that they changed it from Columbus Day to Indigenous People Day.
Yes.
I like that because I just on this day I normally just turn off my GPS and just get lost and then claim, that's where I live. This is my house. I'm just saying. So that's all.
Well, that's what Christopher Columbus did.
What?
His GPS was off.
You a hot mess, Dr. Tanya. You are too much.
Oh my God. What's been going on?
I'm pretty sure that went past a whole bunch of folks. Cause honestly, I ain't gonna lie. It went past me too for a minute. So I know a lot of people probably missed that one. But anyway, I'm good. I'm chilling. What we used to say back in the day, chilling like a villain.
Mm-hmm.
Just hanging, doing what I do.
Oh my God.
All this time, that I did a first.
What?
In 3 seasons.
What? Oh, you did one by yourself? Oh yeah, that is a first.
It is definitely a first.
Did an interview by yourself, man.
So I grew up.
How was it?
It was fun. It was fun. Very interesting topic, and definitely an interview with a anomalous Black woman for sure. I enjoyed myself, and I enjoyed her and the things that she had to share. So I am hoping that when that episode drops, it's just as enlightening for our listeners as it was for me.
Okay. All right. Well, I have not been doing anything but working because that's what poor people do, and I'm poor, so
No, you are not poor.
whatever. I'm not
You are
rich.
not poor. No, we speaking the opposite of that.
Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm not poor. My niece think that I live in a castle.
Yes, you are the rich auntie. Absolutely.
I'm the rich auntie.
Absolutely.
I'm the rich auntie when I go home.
I don't know if you remember the little neighbor I had. She used to think that I was rich, and she said that I was rich because I was always traveling, and I didn't have um I didn't cook. I ate out a lot. I was like, well, how does this work? Like that. But that just goes to show you, and this is my neighbor, But yeah, rich auntie vibe. Just stay gone a lot. Oh, and shopping.
Oh shoot.
What can I say? Fun times. I like a bargain. Don't hate on me.
Oh, let's
It's October.
okay. We're gonna move forward.
Is it October?
Yes, it is October. What is October?
October is lots of things.
Like
Like my mama's birthday, who is also a
Yeah,
breast cancer survivor.
she
So
is.
October is
She
Breast
is.
Cancer Awareness Month.
Mama
Um,
says.
what else? Domestic violence
Oh,
and sexual assault awareness.
yeah, and it's infant loss awareness month.
And some laws.
Yep.
So lots of things going on in October. October. Do it, do it. Oh, okay.
Lord Jesus. All right. On today's show, we have a very anomalous Black woman. She's always doing something fantastic. I watch her on my Facebook. Well, I've been watching her for many, 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 many years. Um, I met her when I was living in Virginia. She was in the Air Force as well. You were in there. I think she was 25, did 25 years, right?
Yeah.
25 years in the Air Force. But I met her, I didn't meet her on base or anything. I met her like out in in the Virginia streets.
Oh,
And
okay.
we just clicked. She has a very big heart. I just love Sheila. But she has metastatic breast cancer, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Um, she was diagnosed in 2009, and she was 43, which is a year younger than we are, Tasha.
Oh,
Um, so she was around our age when she was diagnosed. And I'm not sure how old you are now, but I know she's been fighting that battle for at least a decade or more.
Yep.
And she has become an advocate for us Black women, as far as the metastatic breast cancer. And I've been seeing her doing trials and going here and there and talking, and she on Susan G. Komen website, honey. She be doing all the things. Do you hear me? She be doing all the things. So but the big thing that she has is that BET is doing a story on her, and it's coming out October 19th.
nice.
Look, my friends, y'all be doing the big things, baby, and I love to brag on y'all like it's my stuff. You hear me? So without further ado, let's bring in Sheila Johnson.
Hey,
Um
Sheila.
Hey, hey, ladies.
Welcome,
Anonymous.
welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
For having me, and thank you, Bina, for the nice introduction. I won't say where we met. I'll just keep that a little.
She done good. She done good. That was beautiful. So, gosh, the beginning, um, being 43.
Yeah.
What were you doing at that time in your life?
Actually, I was still in the Air Force. I had just left Langley in Virginia and moved to Illinois to Scott Air Force Base.
Okay.
Yep, and that's when I found out. Actually, a sneeze saved my life. I sneezed, and it burned.
Oh,
And I
wow.
went to my military doctor, and I said something don't feel right. And I said, I think it's my breast because my mom died of metastatic breast cancer in 2004. And I went to the doctor, and she was like, well, breast cancer doesn't hurt, but breast cancer doesn't hurt. But when it metastasizes, it does hurt.
Oh.
So she did a mammogram, and that's when they told me I had breast cancer in my right breast. And then they sent me for further testing and said it spread to my liver and ribs. So when I sneezed, the feeling was the cancer was pressing up against my ribs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And that
Wow.
led to everything else. Yeah. So I had to retire in the military. I retired November. I was diagnosed December 2nd, 2009. I retired November 10th. I was medically retired 2010.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Man, like it took my breath away.
I know you're like, I ain't see that one coming.
No, no. So, how do you process that?
Actually, you don't. Well, for me, I didn't process it for a long time because I just got to Illinois. I didn't know anyone here. My family, I'm originally from Cleveland, Ohio. And all my family was in Ohio. My daughter was in the University of Toledo in Ohio. So I was literally here by myself.
Mm.
I didn't know it. I didn't even realize Black women could get breast cancer because on the commercials, all you see was what older white women over 65.
Mm-hmm.
And now they gotten a lot better, but you didn't see us on TV commercials for breast cancer. And I'm like, you can get it in your ribs.
That's true.
Never knew. And it took me a long time. And I think, I used to have my hair a little longer than this. And I just woke up one day and it was on my pillow. And that's when I was like, okay, I can't control it. It's beyond my control. And that's when I accepted it. And it's like, okay, what am I going to do after I accept it? So
Mm-hmm. That's the biggest part of of any disease that you have is the acceptance of
Acceptance.
what the change that is going to make in your life. Like, and that's the hardest that's the hardest part, accepting it.
yep.
Facts all day.
What was some of the support or non-support that you received because you were still active duty?
Well, the military, they don't have oncology on cancer doctors on basis. I don't know what base does, but Scott Air Force Base didn't. So, if you active duty, you can't go to the VA. So they sent me down to Sylvania Hospital in St. Louis, Missouri, because St. Louis is about maybe about 12 minutes. I can cross the cross the bridge from Illinois to Missouri.
Oh.
And sent me down there, and you're going into this world like, what I'm supposed to do with that? I'm like, what is a copay?
Oh.
Yeah, it was a lot of things that I had to learn. And then I'm worried about, well, okay, my check is going to stop, what I'm supposed to do. And, we're not going to stop. I shouldn't say it like that, but, am I going to get disability and different things like that? So, because I just bought a new house. And I didn't know that there were breast cancer support groups. In the support group that I went to, there were no women that looked like me, but they still accepted me for who I was, and I really was appreciative of that. But the military, they didn't have support groups. They just, their whole thing was just medically retire me. So, but they're still paying for my health care to this day. So, I deserve it. So.
Yes, indeed.
I agree.
Yeah.
Indeed. Wow. I'm still.
Did they deem you unfit for duty early? Did they give you time to do what you need to do? Did they kind of give you some kind of support? You have given the military 25 plus years. That was a lot to give. And now that you need them, how were they?
Well, I already did 25 years. So if I didn't make E9, I was going to have to retire anyway. So I think I had like 7 more months, and they automatically, once I found out, they said you can't test anymore. So that was out of the question for promotions. And they just don't have the resources that breast cancer patients, or for that matter, like Bina was saying, any disease, to help you. I don't know whether they didn't think about it. I don't know, I don't know. And 20 to 40% of military women get breast cancer. So, yeah, I just don't. And that was 2009 too. It might have gotten better.
Doubt it.
Yeah, but they just didn't have the resources, support groups, or different things like that to, I didn't know there were different subtypes of breast cancer. My cancer fed off of my estrogen. So immediately they had to stop me from producing estrogen, which sent me into menopause at 43 years old. And 43 years old, I was single. I'm like, well, damn. I ain't gonna be getting no estrogen. But it does so much to your body, and it sent me into instant menopause. So not only are you getting this poison, I'm also my body is changing every single day.
So it's so many things that you had to accept at one time. It was like boom, 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 knock down, knock down.
Yeah.
Yep. How did you cope with all of these things?
Amazing.
Well, I knew God. I didn't know God. I didn't have the intimate relationship that I needed with him at that time. And my best friend's husband was dying of prostate cancer. And I talked to him on the phone before he died, because he died Valentine's Day of 2010, like 2 months before I found out. Well, after I found out. And he called me. He said, whatever you do, don't give up on God. And that kind of changed my whole perspective on how I should look at the cancer. So I started going to church. I started reading the scripture. And he sent me all these books and flyers. And he even sent me CDs. We used to listen to CDs. And I just listen to them and just absorb all the information and just let God, do what he's promised us. And I just turned it over to God. It wasn't easy. Faith is not, I didn't know what faith was. I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do with faith? Like, then I had to read the Bible, and it's like, all you need is a
faith of a mustard seed.
Yeah. But that's a lot.
Yeah.
It's hard. A mustard seed of faith is hard.
Especially when you're dealing with what you was dealing with.
Yeah.
So once I started reading the Bible and just, it took me years, just, even through progressions and puking in a corner and puking all the time and different side effects of it. I was just like, God just got a plan. And 13 years later, I'm 57 years old, and he's still going to work it out. So I'm just trusting him.
So you've had surgeries?
Yes, I've had 7 surgeries. I had a mastectomy on my right breast and a breast reduction on my left. And usually when you're stage 4, they don't give you mastectomies because it's already in your bloodstream. So it's kind of defeating the purpose. Because, breast cancer travels through your lymph nodes. I didn't even know what a lymph node was. That's how I was just like, man, I missed that class. And so I did a mastectomy. They waited like a year and a half. I wore prosthesis. And then they did surgery, and I had reconstruction. And they built my breast from my stomach muscles and my skin. And they gave me a nipple, built me a nipple, and they tattooed my areola.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's like, I'm thinking,
that's amazing.
Yeah. I was like, they could do all that.
Right.
Yeah, how ones?
Huh?
You got how ones. Did they do a good job?
Yeah. They did. I had a great breast surgeon. It's like liposuction.
Yeah.
So
that is crazy. Not crazy like bad, but amazing.
They can do anything.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Yeah. I didn't know they tattooed on the areola. That's a necessity.
It is a necessity because it'll look crazy without it.
Right, without it.
Can they tattoo a flat stomach?
Well, now a lot of women go that way without the areola, and and without the nipple. So, but it's just an individual choice. Some women go flat and don't want breasts.
Right.
It's just an individual choice. So,
I would want the areola.
Yeah, like I said, I wanted some normal.
Is it matching though?
So it's some women that get their breasts reconstructed without a nipple and an areola.
Yep.
Well, at least you don't have to worry about cold weather. I don't know.
Well, you don't have
no feeling, no sensation.
It don't matter, yeah.
So,
yeah.
Well, So
you talked about dating. Did because you said I'm 43. I might want to date. When you said they had to remove one, left one, reduced it. So how was that for you? Because you're gorgeous,
yes.
smart, super funny. So what you know?
Well, I did date and I did get married, but I also got a divorce.
Oh,
In 2020, what was it, 21.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm just marriage is I wouldn't say I would never give up on marriage again because it's not marriage, it's the two people and we're just not equally yoked. So and you know, when you had cancer, you just like, I'm just not gonna put up with anything, just anything. So
you should not.
yeah. Excuse me.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
So that was a good question, Dr. Sonia. I mean, because you got to continue to live, and as a human being, a person, we do desire companionship. Like, so, it's not out of the picture that okay, I'm gonna continue living my life, and part of that means dating and finding someone that's compatible with me. That's that's beautiful. I mean, hey, it is. And we gonna keep going because it is somebody.
Yep, it is. I haven't ruled out, I still date and have fun and,
That's what you should.
yeah, but I'm just having fun right now.
Me too. Me too. Me too.
Yeah, so
We are having fun. That's what's up. So, if you had to give yourself some words of encouragement on the day that you found out the person you are now, what would you tell yourself then?
trust the journey. To trust God and to trust yourself that you're gonna make the right decisions. I always say that, we ourselves as patients have to tell the doctor, okay, when she gives us options, like I just had a progression again. So the cancer fractured my neck and my shoulder. So now I have to start radiation, hopefully this week. But just give yourself time to cry, but get back up. It's hard. It's a beast. It's not pretty. Nothing is pretty about breast cancer. But the blessing is that God gave me this platform to be his vessel to save other women. And I was not like a speaker in the military. If you would have told me to do this, I was been like, nope. I hated getting in front of people. That was just not my forte. And it was like, I'm gonna teach you the skills and you got to do it. And that's when I just changed, my whole perspective on life. I can remember when I called my best friend, I was crying, I was just boo-hooing. She said, "What's wrong with you?" And I'm like, because they said, they only gave me a life expectancy of 3 to 5 years. Because that's how long breast cancer survivors with stage 4. That's the norm. So they're going by the norm. And I told her, and she was like, "Don't you, believe that? Stay off the internet, because first thing you're going to do when you Google it, the internet's going to give you the bad advice." She said, "No." She said, "But look at all the people who've lived beyond 5 years." And once I started doing, I'm like, "Oh, okay." Then she said, "But why can't God save you or heal you? Like, why can't he do you?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay." Then it clicked. So I just had a really good support system around me too.
Yes.
So.
Absolutely. Wow. I am in awe of you.
Oh, thank you.
I am.
Tell them about Swag.
So I started Swag think it was 2013, because I wanted to start a nonprofit. And it was to help women pay for, it started out as helping women pay for, because when you're stage 4, usually you can't work. And disability, Social Security, Medicare, it takes 2 years to get. So it's like you giving me 3 to 5 years to live, but now I got to wait 2 more years for my own disability. That don't make sense. So we're trying to. I do go up on Capitol Hill and lobby for laws to be changed. And I just started swag, and about maybe 2 or 3 years later, I was like, nonprofit is just not for me because it's a lot of work.
Oh, yes, it is.
Yeah. And I was just like writing up grants. I said, I just don't want to focus my time on that. So I did stop that, and I just made it an LLC. And now I just give to different breast cancer organizations. And all I do is just raise money from my T-shirts. Sometimes, I help someone pay their car payment. I helped someone pay their electric bill. And the crazy part is it was only $20, but she could not pay it, her gas bill. So somebody needed a sleeve because they had lymphedema. And I think that was maybe like $60 or $70, but she just could not afford it.
Mm-hmm.
So so now that's all I do is somebody call me and say, Sheila, I need help with this or that. And most of the time it's out of my own pocket. So
yeah. I'm gonna put the website in the chat. It's a Survivor's Lens, right?
Yeah, survivorsland.com.
I'm gonna put the website in the chat. I still got my T-shirt that I bought when you first started it.
I know.
It's too little, but I still got it.
I have to sing another one.
I'm gonna sing another one.
Right.
Do you think that can you with swag link to an organization just not as big as maybe some of the other breast cancer platforms, and to be able to help support what you're doing? Because although you said it's like $20 or this is $60, when those little numbers start adding up, they become big numbers. Is there something that you would not mind doing? Bina and I have been working on a She Salutes, a healthcare initiative for our organization, which is nonprofit, because we're new. But we have a lot of sorors, and we have one of our gladiators who has suffered from breast cancer. So, and then we have sorors with, lupus, and we have different things going on with these ladies that I serve with. Would you be interested in us helping you, linking to you, us and you, to be helpful as we can to some of the folks
Basically, she's saying
that need our support.
We want to connect with you so we can donate to you and donate to the ladies that need help. That's what she's saying. She said that.
We can help.
She said it the long way. She said that the long way, baby. We ain't got about it.
That was
all people that talk long.
That was the scenic route.
She went the scenic route, baby. No, you see this great hair. I ain't got time.
A great
point
idea.
Point them out.
Well, I don't have that problem.
It's completely overrated because they are unruly.
They are just not happy people.
They are not. These dogs that ma'am. Like they just don't listen.
Can you tell us about the next big thing that you have coming up?
Well, the next big thing is a producer contacted me about two years ago.
Wait. Sheila just said the producer.
Well, I should say a production company. Yeah. So
okay. Go ahead.
And and he contacted me, said he had been on Facebook. That's why I say social media is it could be a blessing and a curse, but social media is an excellent platform. and he said, "I'm going to do a story on you about Black breast cancer." And it was almost right when COVID hit. So, like the first year went past, we had our first Zoom, and I'm like, "Is this a scam?" So I'm googling. I'm like, I said, "No, this ain't a scam." And he had another, I guess, a couple other movies going on. But he would email me like every month and say, "Sheila, I haven't forgotten about you. I haven't forgotten about you." So this year, I got a script writer called me, and she basically whatever I told her, she formed a story of. Um, it's only like maybe a year of my breast cancer journey because they're like, we can't get 13 years in an hour and 40 minutes. But it was the most important highlights of it. And they had started filming April 17th. I went for a day. It has Demetria McKinney, Devin Franklin, Michael Beach, Amber Rain, who plays my daughter.
Okay.
Dr. Contessa from Married to Medicine.
Mm-hmm.
And I could think of the young lady that's playing my best friend. I forgot her name, but she's on one of the reality shows. Drew. Yeah, Drew.
Drew Sidora?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's playing one of my best friends. So,
Okay.
yeah. So it comes out October 19th, and it's called God's Grace, the Sheila Johnson Story. And my mom's name was Grace. So, yeah. So it's dedicated to my mom and dad. And, I'm like, well, that didn't happen that way. And they were like, well, BABT, they want something a little dramatic.
Yeah. Yeah. They always have to add
and they want a lot of singing.
Right.
So me and my daughter went, and it was nice to be on the set, and I met all the great people, and I had women come up to me. It was like, I just made my mammogram appointment, and I'm like, man, I just did what God said. So that was a good feeling to hear. Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm going to Atlanta for a premiere, and we really can't. The actors, as you know, is on strike.
So they still on strike.
They can't do nothing. No promotion, nothing. Just me and the director is Charmin Lee. She's an actress too, and it's just me and her. They can't touch nothing.
It's in Douglasville. That's where my cousin lived. My cousin, I had tagged her under so she might go. That's way too far for me to drive by myself. So I wish I could come.
Oh, I wish you could too, but I understand. But yeah, so me and her, the director, we just been doing all the promotion and stuff ourselves.
Oh, well, that's great.
Yeah.
You should have told us.
Okay, send us these links because we will push it. Yes. What?
Yeah.
Like to go promote stuff.
All we need is whatever.
Let me see.
And Bina, do I need to get you a Uber from the house because I need you to be at this opening. You need to be fly. You need to be wearing the right colors. You need to go. Who I need to call?
Where's this? You said Douglasville, Georgia?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what it said on the flyer, and that's what Kiki lived in Douglasville.
Yeah, I just put the flyer right there.
She put the flyer in the chat.
Okay.
I do not keep that. Can somebody get that out of there?
Tanya, I'm gonna need you to learn technology. And I am not cutting this out. I'm letting everybody know that you don't know technology.
You wrong for that, Bina. You are wrong for that. A mess. Okay, so I got it. Oh, that's so nice.
I want to go.
Oh, come on.
Because I've never been to a movie premiere.
So do you watch the movie?
Yes.
Have you seen it? Oh, yeah, she's seen it.
And we're going to be on, the doctor is seeing is blackdoctors.org on Wednesday. Myself, the director, and Dr. Contessa are going to be on there talking about breast cancer. Because, she had a preventive. The doctor is saying you could click on the, it's a Facebook Live.
Okay.
And she had a preventive
Say that
I'll
again.
I'll post this with the episode.
And then we can post it on our
You
Yeah.
said
whatever.
she had a
Okay.
preventative mastectomy?
Yeah,
That's what
because
she said.
her mother died of breast cancer. Yeah.
Did your daughter get
The
that
That
gene
test.
test,
The gene
Yep.
test.
gene test?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. The doctor, actually, I talked to the doctor on the phone because she wanted to know different things. So, yep, she sure did.
So your mother had it as well. So did you even think that maybe you should get tested? Was that even out in the early 2000s? I mean, we don't even think about these things that like hindsight 2020.
Yeah.
You're just such a wonderful lady. And you're so knowledgeable about this right now. And your knowledge is going to help many people, moving forward. It's just like, what could we have done different? So then maybe you wouldn't be who you are right now. So I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna shut up.
If I would have known about preventive, I didn't really understand it until actually Angela Jolie came out when she did it. But I wish the military also would have did genetic testing, being my mother died of. And I always say 2020 is hindsight, but as my doctor always tell me, don't go down on a rabbit hole.
Right. Because there ain't nothing you can do about it.
You did what you could do at the time with the knowledge.
Right. You had exactly.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, if I would have known that I could do that in the military, right? They probably would have, because I had a history. I probably would have did preventive. So,
did you think they have gotten better? Because the things they did not help you with, they did not supply you with, they didn't have readily available. They have to have gotten better at this point. Because like you said, you can go to the VA, you have to deal with because you were active duty.
Right. I don't know.
What you think?
My goal
is there something on that front?
My goal is now to meet with different bases, to see what they're doing. Maybe even have a liaison with, if they tell a patient, okay, you need to go down to the civilian hospital, and to tell them like what's going to happen, or even like I had to get a port because my veins is bad, and a port is where they draw my blood from. But I'm like, what's a freaking port?
Yeah.
It's just so many things that I had to learn. I'm sitting there scratching my head like, I don't know nothing.
Yeah, because now we have community care. So like if they send somebody out somewhere and they can't go to a regular doctor, then they send us out into the community. And they definitely would need somebody to let them know what's going to happen when they go out to the community, because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Or just someone to call to say, hey, I've been there. I can help you navigate,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and it's just like, well, what about the people that don't have transportation?
Right.
Underrepresented community like ours. What about people that can't pay their copay? What are we doing to get them resources to make sure that they're getting the same treatment as white people, white women? It's still racial disparities, and we're not being asked about clinical trials, and that's what, Black advocates, that's what we're fighting for. So it's changing slowly, but it's changing.
That's good. That's good. Gosh. So
go ahead, Tasha.
So what's after the movie? What's next?
I think I'm gonna take a little break because this month has been really like overwhelming. Like people are calling, and this is crazy. Like every day, can you come here and can you come there? But I think I'm gonna take a break probably for the rest of the year and just regroup, self-care, and find some balance.
Yeah, especially with that break that you said.
Yeah.
Aren't you supposed to have on a neck brace?
Yeah, but he said I could take it off. Just it's actually only to keep the pain away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
I wasn't gonna wear it in this interview. I asked him today, can I take it off? She was like, yeah. She said, but and you could take it off. I could take it off at night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I'll still sleep in it because
let me know something, because I was about to fuss at you. Like, what?
I ain't wearing it in this interview now. It's right here right here by my computer. I'm gonna put it back on. Does make my neck feel good, and hopefully the radiation, she said, will stop the pain. So yeah,
definitely keep you in my prayers.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Man, I love prayers.
You're a warrior already.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. You know, you just go with the cards that you dealt with and keep going. You know, I always say, you know, mine was cancer. Somebody else might be bankruptcy. Somebody else's might be divorce. Somebody else's might be lupus.
Addiction, all kind of things.
Why are you calling me out like that, my sister? You done said 2-3 things that belong to me.
I mean, sometimes it might be 2 or 3 at the same time. So,
right. Yeah. Exactly.
Right. You know, you just roll with it. And I also wanted to tell Black women that you don't have to be Superwoman and put on that Superwoman hat.
Speak.
It's overrated. Stop doing it. Don't do it. Especially in cancer. Just no, because you'll get overwhelmed with that. For the cancer, the cancer. And I tried to do that. I'm like, this ain't right. This is more stressful than the cancer.
Right.
Doing that. Yep. Shoot. I think the balance, well, the restoration, the break. You should take a trip. Go somewhere.
She always going somewhere.
I know.
Oh, yeah, I'm always traveling. I love traveling.
Somewhere clean and fresh, like Greece or something. Like just.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
Greece.
Fiji.
Yeah, go there. Greece.
So you say Greece is dirty?
Ugh.
I tell people all the time Paris is dirty, and they look at me like I'm crazy, and I think it's filthy.
Yeah, I heard Paris is dirty too.
I did too, and Turkey is dirty. But don't nobody want to go to Turkey, so it don't matter.
Turkey sounds like it's dirty.
Girl, it's bad.
Y'all bad.
When Bina was telling me about this interview with you, she just said that you kind of illuminate joy. And I was like, really? I said, she has a lot of, things happening to her. How can you manage that joy? So how you manage that? I mean, because, you going through a lot. You've been doing this. No, that you smile, you gorgeous. And I was like, well, how is she managing that? How do you get that? Like, I mean, I know you said, you read the Bible, you pray, but I just need to know how you managing that without
she's shining her bright light on all of us.
Right. Exactly.
And she's still glowing. So that's proof.
Like, I don't know. I just don't do drama. I'm a Leo, so you got one time. It's just like, I'm trying to stay alive. I don't even have time to argue. I've been living with breast cancer over 4,000 days. And you want me to sit here and argue with you about some money or irrelevant stuff that ain't gonna help me live?
Right.
So I don't know. I found my joy from within. It's not, like I said, it's not always, because when they told me Friday that I had progressed again, I was like, am I having a nervous breakdown? I was just crying. I'm like, oh my God, like, come on. And then I went today, and my doctor had a plan, a radio out, radiologist, doctor. She had a plan. I'm like, okay, everything's falling in line. So I just choose different things, it's not just one thing that where I find it from. Even from my nail tech, she had looked at me and she said, "Sheila, you look so tired." And I said, "Yeah, I'm just tired. And she said, I says, "More mental." And she said, "Well, you're doing too much." When you tired mentally, she said, "You're doing a lot." And she said, "You need to slow down." And I was just like, okay, so it's just talking to different people, and yeah, just we all have to find our joy, whether it's our kids or our husbands or like my dog, or
It's not back in your head.
I always say you find your joy and stay there. And then when you get off balance, you go back to it.
That's true.
You're going to get off balance because,
Mhm.
just the way it is. But remember what it is and go back to it. So I tell people too, take 15 minutes for yourself every single day. Whether it's walking, a glass of wine, sleeping, whatever. Just take it for yourself. Closing the door, go in the closet, or take a bath or whatever. And just say, this is for me. So
Absolutely.
I love that. I love that.
self-care is important. And I do see a therapist, which is very, very important. And it's a taboo in the Black community, but she helps me a lot with my feelings and understanding the different things that are going on in my life. So
we don't think
yeah.
We don't think therapists are taboo on this.
We talk about our therapist is our best friend on here all the time.
Yes, I love my therapist. She's she helped me get through some rough times.
Yes, I believe it.
Is she a specialty therapist?
Is she what?
Is she a specialty therapist? Like a specialty therapist. Her focus, her main objective. You don't think so? Okay.
She's just a general therapist.
Yeah.
Just a good therapist.
She got it all.
Now she might be. I never asked that question, but I'm gonna ask her that question. I have to email her. I'm gonna say, "Oh, ask this question." But yeah, she's she keep me on track.
That's beautiful, though. That's beautiful. They definitely have a purpose, and I think therapists are now getting their due.
Yep.
And getting that work, because a lot of people are embracing therapy, as they should. Like you could just go and just talk to somebody about everything you got going on, and they just got to take it.
And no, it ain't gonna go nowhere else.
Right.
See, I mean, that's the best.
That's the best part. Yeah. So.
My goodness. Well, I have thoroughly enjoyed you. You're beautiful.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
And I mean, the strength, strength is not loud and boisterous. Strength it's matter of fact, and it's soft. It's soft in that, you have not raised your voice not one time. Your face is soft. You smiled.
Come on, philosopher.
Laughed. And everything that you've shared with us, I couldn't imagine. But yet you are still soft.
Thank you.
That's a strength in and of itself. Because who? You could look. You wouldn't have been able to tell me looking at you that, good thing we don't look like what we've been through or what we're currently going through, because you couldn't have told me and I wouldn't have believed you.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't have believed you.
Thank you.
But I thank you for sharing your story with us. I thank you for just radiating your light on us today, and it's been wonderful.
Thank
Um,
you. I appreciate that.
yeah, I'm full.
Thank you. Me too. I love when Black women pour into me, and I can pour into Black women as well. So,
Oh my goodness.
You got anything, Dr. Tanya?
I am a different person after speaking to you today. I know that. I know that's, and I'm old, so and I appreciate that. I'm glad I was able to see some of that joy that my
thank,
sister was talking about.
thank you. Thank you.
So, whatever happens, we want you to come back and talk to us after you get through showing up on this red carpet.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Hilarious.
Um, I think I said everything already. I just am proud of you from being here from the beginning till now, seeing a journey. I'm just proud of you and I love you. And I'm gonna be here for the next 30 years. So um that's it, Anomalies. Thank you for joining us on this episode 50 something. I don't know what episode this is, but you can catch us on all social media, Anomalous Black Women. You can catch us on the internet. We are www.anomalousblackwomen.com. You can catch us on YouTube, Anomalous Black Women. If Sheila has any social media, I'll put it in the box. And I'll put everybody else's information in the box. Thank you for joining us. We'll talk to you guys later.
See y'all later.
Peace. Thank you.
Wait, not the balloons.
What?
When you said peace, you
The balloon
balloons went
came.
up on your.
Oh, it's going up again.